Hello and welcome to Theme Park Information. In today's show we've got a in-depth episode for Carowinds, located just outside Charlotte in North Carolina, and also a tiny bit in South Carolina as well, because why not have a park which crosses state boundaries? Anyway, so I will be honest, I really enjoyed Carowinds. It was one of the few parks on my trip that I actually spent a couple of days at, which meant we managed to get loads of night rides on Fury and such, which was fantastic. One of the best, sort of days, trips, parts of the trip. It's generally a park which I'd rate really highly. It has an excellent top 4 of Fury 325, Intimidator, Afterburn and Cop Edge Strike, which all complement each other very well, all work well between each other, and they're generally just really good roller coasters. However, this park actually does have quite a few problems and negatives, which we'll get to now. So problem number 1 is they have effectively used up all of their available land at this current time, and with very little prospect or possibility of them being able to expand it. So that begs the question of what they're going to do for future investment. Now, that being said, the park you can either look at it luckily or unluckily, has quite a few roller coasters which are far weaker than the top 4 and therefore are very easy to replace and remove. A lot of talk and conversation has been about their wooden roller coaster, the Hertha. This actually has a sister coaster, so effectively the same layout and stuff like that at King's Dominion. That coaster was effectively RMC's Rocky Mountain Construction came in and effectively reworked the entire coaster. And to make it one of my favourite roller coasters as well, it's absolutely brilliant, and they could easily do the same sort of thing for Carowinds as well, and that would be a great option. There's a couple of downsides. I mean, it is about 4 hours or so away, so they could look at it being a bit close. They could also, for example, want Carowinds to get a higher tier RMC. It's a sort of park which is given a lot of preferential treatment by Cedar Fair, so I can kind of see them maybe pushing the boat out and going even bigger and effectively getting rid of the space that it sat on and then building an absolutely massive RMC potentially in its place. That being said as well, there are actually some more interesting developments, and one of the things I thought of, which I haven't seen anywhere else, so I'm going to take all the credit for it at the minute, is the possibility, as they have effectively removed or shut at the very least their rapids. I can actually see them maybe using it as a way of getting, a queue line, station, all that sort of good stuff, break run, lift up, and effectively building a new wooden roller coaster, as if they were to RMC here, that they would have no wooden coasters, and effectively build it out into this sort of area where Fury 325 is and have it interact with Fury and stuff like that. Lots of airtime, lots of near misses, very fast-paced, aggressive wooden roller coaster, maybe very similar to something like Mystic Timbers, for instance. I can see that sort of ride concept working very well. Obviously, I haven't heard anything official on that. It's just the sort of thing where I notice they close that, and that gives them a great area into which they could build a station and stuff like the plaza, and then build it out, and it would utilise some really, really good space. And then it would also interact very nicely with Fury. They also have, for example, Vortex, their B&M stand-up coaster. That has a very simple conversion into a sit-down, which would improve it massively. However, I could also see it where, as it takes up quite a large plot of land, I could see them removing it and building something new there entirely. And that's the thing with this park. There's just so many rides which could be removed and improved, and it's one of those parks where I could see the roller coaster lineup being far better in 10, 20 years, where they're effectively just going to continue adding stuff. I mean, it's a park that Cedar Fair are going to keep developing in, because Charlotte itself is a very developing city. It's improving. It's one of the most financially sustainable areas of the US. It's really going places. It's a really promising place to have a park and stuff like that. And I think it's a park where Cedar Fair are going to put a lot of time, money, and effort into, and they have already. The fact they built something as amazing as Fury is just mind blowing. Anyway, let's get on to a couple more points. So this park is actually pretty big. It's actually also surprisingly pretty. I actually find it really nice to walk around. It's got a pretty simple layout. It's quite easy to navigate. There's quite a lot of shade as well, which is fantastic, seeing as it was baking hot when we were there. It does have a water park. Sadly, we didn't go on it, or to it, I should say, partly because we were just more interested in the dry park and all the coasters. And it's a park which you definitely probably need 2 days at, partly because Re-Riding Fury is an excellent option, and also things like Intimidator as well. That's a fantastic ride. Lots of interesting food places as well. Have a massive food hall, which is great. Really like it when parks have massive food halls with multiple options and stuff like that. Really good. And overall as well, really, really impressed with this park. It has a lot going for it, a lot good. It has a really bright future, lots of development and stuff like you see in the future. It's also just, generally speaking, lots of good stuff. The getting in was really simple and easy. It has a massive car park and I believe 2 entrances as well, potentially more. So, it's one of the things it did actually that they were expanding the car park as well. They were doing some work around it. And I suppose the argument is if you do ever run out of space, you could always build into that car park, potentially. Probably not though, but you could. So anyway, this will do it for the in-depth episode for Carowinds. Hopefully you've enjoyed the video. Don't forget to like, comment and subscribe for more content, and also leave your thoughts down below if you've been there and what you did and didn't enjoy about it. And anyway, I'll hopefully catch you on the next one.